quick update, something that I forgot to talk about when I was making the first video. So with this Garrett, with the Gen 2s, I guess, I got with PRL, and I guess with the Gen 2s, there's no fitting. Part of my nomenclature, I don't know all the nomenclature, but there's no fitting for the boost reference signal, as you can see. So I don't know what this bolt is right here, but you see a bolt, there's no fitting there, and it doesn't look like it go all the way down into the turbine housing. It could, but I'm not going to take that out. So I called PRL and said, hey, there's no reference boost signal to either go to your wastegate if you're just going off of spring pressure, or go to a boost controller. I have a boost controller set up in the car, so I'm going to plumb to that. But I said, hey, if there's no boost signal fitting, what am I supposed to do? So PRL said, well, you can get a boost signal from anywhere. Again, just kind of like with the downpipe, I've always been told that you want to get your boost signal for your wastegate or boost controller as close to the turbo source as you can. But I guess that's not really necessary. So PRL said that I can get a boost signal from anywhere. Now, where the turbo came from, I think ATP turbos or something like that. I did look them up. If you order the kit, their address and their company name was on the return shipping. I'll try to throw that in the comments just in case, but I don't know if you're going to get your turbo from that location or if PRL outsourced it to other places. So they do make something that you can actually screw into. You drill a hole into the silicone. I was thinking right here, right off of the turbo, buying one. It was $10. You drill a hole right in. It goes in there. It's just a little fitting. And it has a nut on it and a flanged bottom so it doesn't pull out. But then I started thinking about it, and I really don't want to drill a hole into the kit. I already have a vacuum block coming off of, I deleted my EGR valve off of the car. So I have, from the EGR valve, I just, filed down the end and took out the little check ball and the spring, put it back in. So I have that plumbed up to a vacuum block, and I'm going to get my reference signal off of that vacuum block. I'll show you all that once it's on the car. Additionally, I kind of talked about the intake air temperature sensor. That's kind of a necessity when you go to a kit like this, because if you leave the stock intake air temperature that's on the car, that's pulling the air temperature from right behind the filter. And on a naturally aspirated car, that's fine, because it goes from the filter through that and into the intake manifold and into the engine. On an intercooled car, that's a completely inaccurate rating. So it goes through that, it gets compressed, which heats it up a lot. Then it goes through an intercooler, which cools it down a little bit, and then it goes to the engine. So your engine really doesn't know what the air temperature is. So they went with what looks like an OBD1. I think that's an OBD1, probably off of a different Honda model, but that's what they went with. I already modified my Greddy kit to run an OBD1 General Motors, a GM product. So once I get it all bolted up and stuff, during that video, I'll show what I did with the piping for all the vacuum lines, where I mounted all that stuff, and then I'll also show, I got it, it's not my original thought, I got it off of HN Civic. Somebody did a how-to video on exactly how to wire that in, but I'll show it in the video just in case they took down the thread or you're not a member of HN Civic. So thanks, appreciate it, have a good one.